You're watching ABC7 News at 6.
It's an assault on the fire department, on first responders, nurses, teachers. This is an assault on our community, and we're not going to stand for that.
Our top story, Sarasota police continuing to search for a man who shot at two Sarasota County paramedics. Our crews were on the scene moments after it happened. Coming up, the changes ahead for paramedics who were called to a certain area of Sarasota. We begin tonight with some breaking news that may affect your wallet. The IRS says it will pay tax refunds even if the government shutdown extends into the filing season. That's according to Russell Vought, the acting director of White House Office of Management and Budget, who made the announcement today in a press briefing. The decision will come as a relief to many taxpayers who file their taxes as soon as the filing season begins to claim their refund checks. Coming up, we'll hear from Suncoast Congressman Vern Buchanan's opinion on the government shutdown and the president's border wall. But first, let's get a check now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan on our first alert forecast for this Monday evening. Bob?
Scott, good evening. Good evening, everyone. A beautiful shot here from Siesta Key. A live look right now, and the sun has set and skies are clear right now. That's in the south end of Siesta. There near the Daiquiri Deck. 70 degrees right now, clear skies, and the humidity at 71%. We have a west to northwest wind at 6 and the pressure 30-17, way up there, and that's the dominating weather feature right now. High pressure in control. We don't look for many clouds through this evening. Temperatures will stay on the mild side for this time of year anyway. Into the low 60s by 11 o'clock tonight, and a warm Tuesday ahead. High today was 80 degrees, and looks like we'll get close to that again tomorrow. A dry cold front, though, does come down on Wednesday, and that cold front will chill things out again later on this week. And it looks like a pretty cold start. That'll be the coldest morning, I think, Friday morning, when lows will be down into the low to mid 40s. We'll have more on the details on that front coming up in a bit. But for the time being, high pressure is going to keep skies clear. There may be a little bit of patchy fog, inland areas, isolated patchy fog. It'll be the radiational kind of fog. But there's the cold front, the next one due to move through. It's not going to bring much rain at all across the state. We'll have the details on that front coming up in just a few minutes. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. Tonight, Sarasota police say they'll start escorting first responders who answer emergency calls in a North Sarasota neighborhood. The change comes after someone fired on two paramedics who responded to a call earlier today on Goodrich Avenue. ABC7's Jackie Kelly is at the Sarasota Police Department tonight with what happened. Jackie?
Scott, police tell me that Sarasota County paramedics responded to a call around 4 a.m. for someone who had fallen. However, when they arrived at the address, homeowners told them that they never made a call. Paramedics arrived at 2932 Goodrich Avenue for a routine call, but no one was there for them to help. After the two paramedics climbed back into their ambulance, police say a man wearing a hoodie fired several shots at the ambulance. This picture of the driver's side door shows where the bullets pierced the outside of the emergency vehicle.
We contacted SPD for assistance, and our unit did what they were supposed to do, which is immediately left the scene as quickly as possible so that they were uninjured and maintained that way.
Police say the man seemed to target the ambulance, so there doesn't seem to be a threat to neighbors. But neighbors fear that because of this, first responders may be hesitant to come to the area.
That's scary because that's just like the pizza man around here being robbed in this area, and now they're afraid to come out here. And I feel like that's the same thing's going to happen with the paramedics, because it could be like a serious thing going on. Somebody could be having a heart attack, and now they scared to come in this area.
But police assure residents that they'll make this investigation a top priority.
We're going to work tirelessly with the fire department to ensure that they are safe, to ensure that this community is safe, because an assault on the fire department, on first responders, nurses, teachers, this is an assault on our community, and we're not going to stand for that.
Now, police say that they're continuing to investigate, and for the next couple of days, they're going to assist paramedics on routine calls just to make sure that they feel safe. Reporting live in Sarasota, Jackie Kelly, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Jackie, thank you. A home in Nokomis goes up in flames over the weekend. That fire destroyed the home and the family's car that was parked out front. Fortunately, no one was inside the home when the fire started around 7 o'clock Saturday night. Neighbors say it spread quickly, and many of them used garden hoses until the Sarasota County Fire Department got there. Exactly what caused that fire wasn't immediately known, which left the neighborhood questioning all of the possibilities.
For about an hour after the fire, about 2,000 of us didn't have power. So it took FPL an hour to get the power back on for us.
They thought it might have been the transformer that had exploded, since 2 others had recently done so in the neighborhood. However, FPL reports the transformer was working and there was no power because firefighters asked the power company to cut it until that fire was out. Fire officials say it was a dryer that caused the fire. Sarasota County substitute teacher is facing 3rd-degree felony mischief charges after sheriff's deputies say she sabotaged a little girl's birthday party. On December 1st, a witness says they saw Heather Carpenter wearing rubber gloves and a face mask and putting human feces on top of 7 picnic tables and 2 grills at Urfer Park along Honore Avenue in Sarasota. The principal at Philippi Shores Elementary told police she had invited all of the children in her child's class to the birthday party, including Carpenter's child. The principal also said she had an ongoing dispute with Carpenter. About a week later, Carpenter admitted to disrupting the party because she was upset with how the complaint was being handled. The county had to replace the tables and grills at a cost of around $2,300. Now, Sarasota County School District officials say substitute teachers are at-will employees, which means they are not board approved. Carpenter, who's been a substitute since 2017, will not be able to serve now as a substitute or volunteer in Sarasota County schools while there's still an active investigation going on. Well, Florida's next governor is promising to move quickly on everything from Supreme Court appointments to the fate of a sheriff whose deputies were assigned to protect a school in Parkland. Republican Ron DeSantis will be sworn in tomorrow. The former congressman will get a chance to remake the Florida Supreme Court with 3 appointments. He says he'll announce his first selection Wednesday, with the other 2 coming in the next 2 weeks. DeSantis also says he'll make a decision soon on whether to suspend Broward County Sheriff Scott Israel. President Trump says he'll address the nation tomorrow night regarding the government shutdown and wall funding. Today marks day 16 of the partial government shutdown, the effects of which are becoming more apparent, with many federal workers unsure of when they'll see their next paycheck. President Trump saying it will not end unless the Democrats approve funding for a border wall along Mexico. Today we sat down with Suncoast Congressman Vern Buchanan and asked him what he thinks about that border wall.
I think that's just a part of it. I mean, there's a lot of other issues that need to be addressed. It's a much bigger issue. I know in the last 10 years, as I've followed it closely, there's a lot of factors, but the wall or some kind of intense fencing is part of the solution, but it's just one piece of the puzzle.
And you can watch the president's address to the nation tomorrow night right here on ABC7 beginning at 9 p.m. More than 50 communities in Florida are benefiting from the Florida Job Growth Grant Fund project, including here on the Suncoast. Today, Governor Rick Scott announced 6 awards totaling more than $18 million. SCF Sarasota Manatee getting some of that money. In a statement, FCF's president says the funds will help, quote, meet the changing educational needs of our students and the workforce development needs of employers. Still ahead in your Suncoast News tonight, we'll take you live to Palmetto, where in just a few hours, commissioners will meet for the first time since one of them had to shoot at someone they say was breaking into their home.
She was pretty freaked out, actually, so I don't blame her. But the guy, he literally could not help me at all.
Plus how that car ended up inside a pool in South Florida and the miraculous reason both passengers are still alive.
All right, crew, let's get started. All right.
Don't ignore the law. You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 days before any digging project so you can avoid hitting our essential buried utilities. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
Year-end events brought in thousands of trades across all Gettle dealership locations. They've all been Gettle certified, and they're all on clearance. Gettle certified pre-owned plus vehicles are fully inspected and reconditioned. Come with an industry-leading warranty, 3-day exchange policy, vehicle history reports, and a price protection guarantee. Plus, when you buy Gettle certified, you're eligible for premier financial programs. Don't miss the Gettle certified pre-owned clearance. Gettle's got it. Gettle.com.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
and that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
You love the look of exterior lighting, but lighting contractors cost a fortune. And wiring your own lights? Well, don't try that at home. You need Disc Lights by Bell & Howell, the portable, powerful, solar-powered LED outdoor lights that mount flat to the ground to create incredible cascades of light. Best of all, there's no wiring at all. Just press Disc Light flat to the ground and you're done. Bell & Howell disc lights utilize light conversion technology that absorb the sun's energy in storage cells, where it's converted into solar-powered electricity. So when the sun goes down, disc lights come up for 10 full hours and turn off automatically in daylight. And now you can get this set of 4 Bell & Howell disc lights for just $19.95. But wait, order today and we'll even ship it to you free. But there's more. Order today and you can get a second set of 4 disc lights. Just pay a separate fee. So don't delay. Order your Bell & Howell disc lights today. Call now.
Call 1-800-974-0967 or go to disclights.com. That number again is 1-800-974-0967 or order online at disclights.com.
Helping families with mesothelioma is all we do. My firm has been offering a free book on mesothelioma for over 10 years. Since that time, hundreds of people with mesothelioma have trusted us to represent them. We have local offices throughout the U.S. and there is no risk to you. Mesothelioma really is all we do. Call us at 1-800-485-6000. That's 1-800-485-6000. Or go to mesoonlylaw.com.
Tonight is the first Palmetto Commission meeting since one of the commissioners shot someone in self-defense. A suspect breaking into the home of Commissioner Brian Williams more than a week ago. ABC7's Rick Adams joins us live from Palmetto City Hall this evening with the latest on that situation. Rick.
Yes, Scott, good evening. The commissioners' meeting here gets underway at 7 o'clock tonight. It doesn't appear, though, that they'll be talking about what happened to Commissioner Brian Williams. Williams did shoot a man who was breaking into his home in self-defense last month. Evelino Vasquez Perez survived the shooting and is currently free on bond.
But it does sound as if Commissioner Williams acted appropriately, and he did stand up and he stepped in and protected his family, which I think all of us would do and hope we would be able to do.
I think that the circumstances of this particular incident were pretty cut and dry, and allowed for pretty quick conclusion about whether the use of force was justified. We believe that the commissioner was defending his home and his family.
And we did get a chance to speak with Commissioner Brian Williams, but he tells us that he's not quite ready to talk about this ordeal yet. And we'll have a lot more on this coming up tonight at 11 o'clock. Reporting live from Palmetto, I'm Rick Adams. Scott, back to you.
All right, Rick, thank you. Sarasota City Commissioner is asking the city's clerk and auditor to hand in her resignation. Last year, commissioners hired an outside agency to investigate claims that Pamela Natalini treated city employees poorly. The investigation finding that many of those employees made complaints that she played favorites and brought some workers to tears. In a 6-part resignation recommendation, Natalini will be given a 90-day extension of her administrative leave to facilitate a transition into new leadership.
Period while remaining on leave, Ms. Natalini shall not be present at City Hall, but shall be available by telephone to respond to any inquiries from city officials or city employees.
Resignation terms will be presented to Natalini and her lawyers. If she does not agree to the resignation terms, she could be then subjected to termination. Sarasota County Commissioners set a date to discuss paid parking at Siesta Key beaches. The commission will hold a special workshop February 27th to talk about implementing paid parking on the Key. A tentative date of February 19th was previously announced but changed to meet the board's schedule. County officials say they believe the move to charge to park would encourage carpooling and clear roads and free up parking at the crowded tourist destinations. The workshop will begin at 9 a.m. at the County Administration Building on Ringling Boulevard, again on February 27th. Beach a popular place to be.
Yeah, it has
almost
been.
any time of year, except when red tides are on.
Yeah, and it hasn't been everywhere. I've got some reports in from social media that the Siesta Key was looking pretty good today.
Right.
There wasn't any problems, but marker 7 on Siesta, there were some signs of red tide. So it's patchy at best, and Holmes Beach, it was all clear. Go figure, right? We need that water temperature to chill out, and it really hasn't done so. It's at 70 degrees right now, well above average. ABC7 tower cam getting a spectacular shot over Sarasota Bay. Sky lighting up orange, and you can see just beautiful conditions right there as a result of a high pressure keeping any kind of cloudiness away. And this was the sunset from Casey Key. Steve Calloway getting this nice shot right there, and some pretty calm conditions out on the waters. Well, another cold front is on the way. This cold front will chill us out again. It looks like Thursday and Friday of this week. The cold front, though, not much to it, and the low pressure center is so far away that it's not going to generate any kind of shower activity for us. It looks like it'll move through relatively unnoticed. We'll see a wind shift. We'll also see colder temperatures and maybe a little increase in cloudiness on Wednesday. And then the colder air starts to settle in throughout the day on Wednesday and especially on Thursday and Friday. No rain around. It is dry, and it's going to stay that way too. Not expecting any rainfall with that front as it pushes on through. Right now, it's fairly quiet over the southeast as a result of a large area of high pressure. This little clipper system moving through the Great Lakes, bringing some rainfall mainly to Ohio and Indiana. This is the European forecast model. I want to show you this. That high pressure ridge is right there pretty much, and then this will shift off to the east, allowing this front to pass. But notice the rain depicted here just kind of fades away as it makes its way through. Those winds will shift out of the north and northwest, and that will cool us down. Highs on Thursday, only in the low 60s to mid 60s once again. And then another system coming in from the west on Friday will swing another cold front our way. It looks like on into Saturday night. Now, the snowfall could be heavy at times from Missouri, Illinois, all the way through West Virginia and parts of Kentucky. Then we'll get the tail end of that system, so not a lot of rain depicted with this front either. So that front will be relatively quiet in terms of rainfall. We will see, though, some cooler temperatures on Sunday and Monday. You'll see that in the 7-day forecast. Tomorrow looks good for drop-off for the kids, and not a problem. Clear skies. Not a problem with fog. There may be some patchy fog well inland, but we'll have high temperatures above the seasonal average. Average high for this time of year at 71 degrees, and so we'll be many degrees above that. We had a high today of 80. Look for lots of sunshine around throughout the day. Temperatures currently in the 60s over the Panhandle, mid to upper 70s down south. Right now it is 68 in downtown Sarasota. There's that water temperature now at 70, 72 in Northport. Venice, you're at 68 degrees. Braden the same, 72 in Wauchula. Currently at the Sarasota Braden Airport, it's clear, and it is now 70 after a high today of 80 degrees. Again, that 80-degree reading, there it is, 5 degrees shy of the record set back in 1998. 54 was the morning low. Well, temperatures are bitterly cold in Montreal and Ottawa. That's that Arctic air that you see right there spreading in toward Portland, but pretty mild now across parts of the central U.S. and the northern Rockies, all the way down south into the southern Plains states. It's 71 in Dallas. St. Louis today into the upper 60s and 62 degrees in Atlanta. Now, highs tomorrow, we'll start to see that Arctic air move southward over North Dakota, but still pretty mild in places like Memphis, St. Louis, Kansas City, and all the way over to New York into the upper 40s there. Massive winter storm getting shaped to move on shore into California and into Washington and Oregon tonight. That's going to be a 2-day event, and that's going to bring some strong winds up to 50 to 60 miles an hour and some heavy rain and snow in the higher elevations. For boaters, no heavy wind there. It's going to be light wind, 5 knots only. They'll turn to the northwest later on in the day. The extended forecast calls for a gorgeous day again tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, 76. A little bit cooler as that front starts to move in on Wednesday, upper 60s, low 70s, and then a high of only 62 on Thursday. And looks to be the coldest morning will be Friday morning when low temperatures will be down into the low to mid 40s across the area. The weekend looking pretty good. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. An update now on the McDonald's in St. Petersburg that went viral in a video showing a customer attacking a worker there. A group of those employees are now planning a strike during tomorrow's lunch hour. They're demanding fast food chains protect workers from safety threats. One of the employees saying in a statement that she's planning to strike because she doesn't feel safe on the job. She says workers are subjected to all types of behavior, including sexual harassment. The man in this video grabbing the employee by the shirt and pulling her over the counter in a dispute over a straw is now facing 2 counts of simple battery. A car is parked in a South Florida swimming pool. Pompano Beach homeowner says he woke up when he heard the car crash through a fence and into the pool. Inside was an elderly couple. By the time emergency crews arrived on the scene, the homeowner had pulled them out. Law enforcement are still investigating how the driver lost control and ended up in that pool. Recent breakthroughs are making a difference in the diagnosis and treatment of many forms of cancer, but not breast cancer. And researchers at Florida State University are now trying to figure out why. Immunotherapy focuses on the body's ability to fight cancer by unleashing the natural and profound healing power of your immune system. However, for breast cancer patients, immunotherapy has not been effective. FSU researchers say after studying data from 1,000 patients, they found breast cancer hides from the immune system and avoids detection in at least 7 different ways.
We need to do better to help cancer patients, especially people with advanced stage of breast cancer. So immunotherapy provides hope.
Dr. Seng and her team hope their research can be used in clinical trials to help treat patients with several different forms of cancer. Well, when we come back, we'll show you how an injured bald eagle was able to reunite with her nest of eggs in Venice.
This week, the shutdown ripple effect on Americans. Will President Trump declare a national emergency to bypass Congress?
I can do it if I want.
And build a wall. And what if the shutdown drags on? World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
If you have one of these that needs to be tested,
or if you have one of these that needs to be replaced or repaired,
then you need to call us, the Backflow Pros at How's It Flowin' Again.
Don't pay more for your backflow preventer test than you need to. We're a full-service plumbing company that specializes in backflow preventer testing, repair, and replacement. We perform more than 7,000 tests annually, maintaining 100% timely reporting. We meet or beat our competitors' documented prices. Call the Backflow Pros at How's It Flowin' Again today.
Fixing up a damaged switch plate? That's a do-it-yourself. Fixing the faulty wiring that did the damage? That's a don't do-it-yourself. Don't take chances with electricity. Call your locally owned Mr. Sparky. Our electricians are specially trained to leave your home safer than we found it. And we always stand behind our work.
Nice job.
You too.
Call now to get $77 off any repair.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half-mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. And all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. Independence U for an independent you.
Hi, I'm Hunter Ellis, and this is Magic Ear by Atomic Beam. It gives you the astonishing experience of super hearing. No more embarrassing complaints as you watch TV.
Please, turn that down.
With Magic Ear, you don't have to turn up the volume or ask anyone to repeat themselves. You can even hear a whisper 100 feet away.
Have you seen Dawn? She looks amazing.
Sportsmen and bird watchers use it to hear noises that are too low for the human ear. Magic Ear gives you the incredible experience of super hearing. Order Magic Ear by Atomic Beam right now for just $19.99. But wait, order now and you can double the offer. Just pay a separate fee. Plus, we'll ship them free and fast. That's 2 Magic Ear by Atomic Beam and free shipping. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-308-4964. That's 1-800-308-4964. Or visit getmagicear.com. So call 1-800-308-4964. Order now.
Investigate TV tackles the tough topics with in-depth journalism led by award-winning journalist Lee Zurich. We're your watchdog. Search Investigate TV on your Roku device. Download it now.
We'll take a look at this beautiful bald eagle rescued and released in Venice. According to the Wildlife Center of Venice, she was found on the ground about a week and a half ago, unable to fly. Well, she was rehabilitated and then released near the spot she was found and reunited with a nest of eggs which were being watched over by her mate. Isn't that awesome?
Good story. Right
Beautiful
there,
sight.
yeah.
I've seen the osprey in our nest
Right.
atop our
I saw a
tower,
couple
getting
of
the
them.
nest ready.
Yeah.
So
I
we'll
saw
see
them
what
both
they do.
flying around. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get the osprey cam back on.
Yes.
See how
You
Manna
can
and
see it on
Soda's
our
doing
website.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, we're looking at some nice weather out there for this evening. Things are pretty calm. Live look at Siesta Key showing clear blue skies out there. Not bad at all. Things looking good. And your evening planner is calling for temperatures to stay a little bit above average overnight. Low temperatures in the upper 50s. Normally it's in the low 50s this time of year. So we'll take it when we get it.
Definitely. All right. Thank you, Bob. Thank you for joining us. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. Our next news coming up at 7 and then 11. Have a good night.